or a while now. A lot of people have felt the same thing. Life feels more expensive. Not one thing, everything. Not because you're buying better stuff, not because your lifestyle changed. Just normal life. Hotels, flights, electricity, cars, subscriptions. And when people say that out loud, they're usually told the same thing. Inflation is only up a little, 3%, 5%. The data says it's under control. So if the numbers say one thing and your wallet says another, it starts to mess with your head. This episode exists to say one thing clearly: you're not crazy. The disconnect you're feeling is real, but the reason isn't what most people think. For most of our lives, prices worked in a simple way. If something cost more, the price went up. If inflation rose, it showed up on the receipt. If a hotel was $199 last year and $219 this year, everyone agreed something changed. The system we use to measure inflation was built for that world, a world where the price was the price. That's not the world we're in anymore. Today, the hotel is still $199. The airline ticket is still advertised as cheap. The subscription hasn't changed. The base price looks familiar. And yet, by the time you're done paying, you're spending a lot more than you used to. Why? Because the price stopped being the price. The real cost now shows up later, after you've already decided, after you've already committed, when it's harder to walk away. Resort fees, bag fees, seat fees, parking fees, mandatory surcharges. Things that used to be included are now itemized, renamed, and added on after the fact. Nothing looks more expensive at first. It just costs more by the time you're done. Here's the part that makes people feel like they're losing their grip on reality. Companies can say, truthfully, we didn't raise prices. Platforms can show you the same numbers you've always seen. Statistics can report modest inflation. Politicians can point to the data. And all of that can be technically correct. But none of it reflects what it now costs to live the same life. So when you say, everything feels more expensive, and the system says, no, it doesn't, the message you hear is, don't trust your experience. That's why this feels so unsettling. This didn't happen because inflation suddenly broke. It happened because the way companies do business changed. Instead of prices rising clearly and upfront, costs are now moved into places that are harder to compare, harder to track, harder to measure, and easier to explain away. The increase doesn't show up in the sticker, it shows up in the structure. That's why the official numbers don't match your lived experience. They're measuring the old game. You're playing a new one. So if it feels like you're paying more for the same things, your money doesn't go as far, every transaction has a surprise, and nothing ever seems to get cheaper again, that's not your imagination. You're not bad at math. You're not misremembering the past. You're not misunderstanding inflation. The rules changed, quietly, structurally, and in a way that was designed to be hard to see. Once you understand that, the confusion lifts. And once you see it, you start seeing it everywhere. In the next episodes, we'll explain why this shift happened, why competition didn't stop it, and why prices didn't come back down. But before any of that, this part matters most. Your experience is real. The numbers just aren't built to capture it anymore.